Welcome to ePathshala. Today I am Dr. Shakila here speaking on preservation by controlled atmosphere. Controlled atmosphere storage is a system for holding produce in an atmosphere that differs substantially from normal air in respect to carbon dioxide and oxygen levels. Controlled atmosphere storage refers to the constant monitoring and adjustment of the carbon dioxide and oxygen levels within gas-tight stores or containers. The gas mixture will constantly change due to metabolic activity of the respiring fruits and vegetables in the store and leakage of gases through doors and walls. The gases are therefore measured periodically and adjusted to the predetermined level by the introduction of fresh air or nitrogen or passing the store atmosphere through a chemical to remove carbon dioxide. A reduction in the concentration of oxygen and or an increase in carbon dioxide concentration of the storage atmosphere surrounding a food reduce the rate of respiration of fresh fruits and vegetables and also inhibits microbial and insect growth. When combined with chilling, modified or controlled atmospheres are an increasingly important method of maintaining the high quality in processed foods during an extended shelf life. There are different types of controlled atmospheric storage depending mainly on the method or degree of control of the gases. Some researchers prefer to use the terms static controlled atmospheric storage and flushed controlled atmospheric storage to define the two most commonly used systems. Static is where the product generates the atmosphere and flushed is where the atmosphere is supplied from a flowing gas stream which purges the store continuously. Systems may be designed which utilize flushing initially to reduce oxygen content and then either injecting carbon dioxide or allowing it to build up through respiration and then maintenance of this atmosphere by ventilation and scrubbing. There remain differences in and some confusion over the terminology used. Modified atmospheric storage and packaging are the use of gases to replace air around non-respiring foods without further controls after storage or packing. In controlled atmospheric storage and packaging, the composition of gas around respiring foods is monitored and constantly controlled, but with advances in active packaging systems, the distinction between MAP and CAP is no longer clear. MAP is commonly used to refer all methods to change atmospheres in packed food regardless of whether or not the atmosphere changes over time. It also includes vacuum packaging, equilibrium modified atmosphere packaging, passive atmosphere modified packaging, vacuum skin packaging, and gas exchange preservation. In commercial operations, controlled atmospheric storage and modified atmospheric storage are mostly used with apples and smaller quantities of pears and cabbage. Modified atmosphere packaging is used for fresh foods and an increasing number of mildly processed foods and is gaining popularity in the new applications which are being developed. Examples of MAP products include raw or cooked meats, poultry, fish, seafood, vegetables, fresh pasta, cheese, bakery products, sandwiches, Sonsweet foods, potato crisps, coffee and tea, and with new products including prepared salads, partly baked bread, croissants, pizzas, peeled fruits and prepared vegetables with dressing. Looking at the types of controlled atmospheres, they include cold rooms, modified atmospheres, and humidity packaging. The controlled atmosphere is set up on a turnkey basis and helps in serving grains, fruits and vegetables from getting destroyed. This will increase the shelf life of these perishable products and food materials. Importance of controlled atmosphere. CA storage has been the subject of an enormous number of biochemical, physiological and technological studies, in spite of which it is still not known precisely why it works. The actual effects that varying the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere have on crops varies with such factors such as the species of the crop, the cultivars of crop, the concentration of the gases in the store, the crop temperature, state of maturity of the crop at harvest, the degree of ripeness of the climacteric fruit, growing conditions before harvest, and the presence of ethylene in the store. There are also interactive effects of the two gases, so that the effects of carbon dioxide and oxygen in extending the storage life of a crop may be increased when they are combined. The practical advantages of storage under CA can be summarized as follows. A considerable decrease in respiration rate with a reduction in climacteric maximum accompanied by an expansion of both pre-climacteric and post-climacteric periods. A reduction in the effect of ethylene on metabolism due to the interaction of oxygen with ethylene, with a consequent delay of appearance and senescence symptoms. An extension in storage life which can even be doubled in as much as the over-ripening is delayed. The preservation of an excellent firmness of flesh due to the effect of carbon dioxide concentration on the enzymes acting on cellular membranes. A high turgidity is achieved such that fruits are more juicy and crisp. A smaller loss of acidity, sugars and vitamin C, so that the nutritional and sensory quality is higher. A limited degradation of chlorophyll with a consequent higher stability of color. Some physiological alterations such as chill injuries, spot decay, browning, water core and scald are prevented or greatly limited. Molds can be reduced, in particular under low oxygen and high carbon dioxide atmospheres, and a longer shelf life in the post-storage trading. Looking at the principle behind controlled and modified storage technologies, it is to reduce the rate of respiration, reduce microbial growth, and retard enzymatic spoilage by changing the gaseous environment surrounding the food product. This is achieved by reducing the concentration of oxygen which is required in respiration, or by adding an inhibitory gas such as carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. The balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide is critical, and an optimal ratio is required for each specific product. A major difference between CA and MA storage is in the degree of control of the gaseous composition of the storage atmosphere. The CA implies a higher degree to control than MA in maintaining specific levels of oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases. Also in MA storage, the composition of the atmosphere surrounding the product is generally created and maintained by the interaction of the commodity's respiration with the permeation of respiratory gases through the packaging material. Modified atmosphere conditions can also be established and adjusted by pulling a slight vacuum and replacing the package atmosphere with a desirable gas mixture, which can be further adjusted through the use of oxygen, carbon dioxide or ethylene absorbers. In CA storage facilities, both temperature and gas composition of the storage atmosphere are regulated or controlled. The gas concentration ranges encountered in CA storages are 1 to 10% oxygen, 0 to 30% carbon dioxide, and the balance is nitrogen. Air consists of approximately 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 0.03% carbon dioxide. Traces of several other gases that have no physiological significance. The figure shows an example of the controlled atmosphere room. Controlled atmosphere storage of cereals and oil seeds have the principle that an environment that is lethal to the stored grain pests created by changing the proportions of carbon dioxide, oxygen and nitrogen in the atmosphere surrounding the bulk grain in storage structures. Controlled atmospheric storage is different from an airtight storage where gas ratios change naturally, although both are carried out in more or less gas-tight storage structures. In airtight storage, the depletion of oxygen and the accumulation of carbon dioxide occur due to the metabolic processes of insects, microflora and the stored grain. Because the effectiveness of the airtight storage is largely dependent upon the build-up of an infestation in the grain, it is not considered a satisfactory method. Controlled atmospheres are attained by introducing carbon dioxide or nitrogen from external sources, possibly prior to the build-up of infestation, thereby preventing damage to the stored grain. An increase in the proportion of carbon dioxide or a reduction in the proportion of oxygen within specified limits maintain the original product quality and also extend the product shelf life. This is achieved by the following factors: inhibiting bacterial and mold growth, protecting against insect infestation, reducing moisture loss, reducing oxidative changes, and controlling biochemical and enzymic activity to slow down senescence and ripening. Carbon dioxide inhibits microbial activity in two ways. It dissolves in water in the food to form mild carbonic acid and thus lowers the pH of the product. And it has negative effects on enzymic and biochemical activities in cells of both foods and microorganisms. Close control over the degree of atmospheric modification is necessary to prevent physiological disorders in the living tissues and secondary spoilage by anaerobic microorganisms in non-respiring foods. Advantages and limitations. The main advantage of CA to disinfest grain is its potential to replace pesticides used in the grain industry. The CA treated grain does not have any chemical residues which can cause considerable health concerns. In addition to providing an effective control of pests, CA storage prevents mold growth, preserves grain quality, and maintains a high level of germination in the stored grain. However, as with many other methods of pest control, CA storage has limitations. The major limitation appears to be the high initial cost of airtight storage structures and the cost of sealing existing structures to the desired air tightness. There is also the cost of generation and transportation of the gas. The interaction of CA gases with the storage structure can cause some practical problems. The introduction of carbon dioxide or nitrogen into airtight structures has the potential to increase the internal pressure on the bin walls, and steps needed to be taken to permit pressure equilibration. The only chemical reaction observed with CA involves carbon dioxide in concrete silos. Carbon dioxide is bound by concrete through carbonation, which result in reduced pressures, developing in well-sealed new concrete bins. Carbonation of concrete can gradually extend to a depth where reinforcing steel is exposed, and the steel may eventually corrode and weaken the storage structure. Quality changes in grain under CA storage with the seed viability. Grains can be stored for relatively long periods without a loss in viability, with a decreasing scale for longevity in oats, rice, barley, wheat, triticale, rye, sorghum and corn. The presence of oxygen decreases and seed germination even at low pressure in dry grain because of membrane damage caused by production of free radicals and accumulating chromosome damage. Nutrient changes in the grain. A controlled atmosphere of 97 to 98% nitrogen, 1 to 2% carbon dioxide, and 1% oxygen slows hydrolytic processes in the lipids of rice grain compared to grain stored in air. Pure nitrogen atmospheres at 20 degrees centigrade stabilize protein and amino acids and the cooking properties of rice at 18.4 and 23.2% moisture content compared to storage in air. Elevated nitrogen with negligible oxygen retain higher gluten quality in stored wheat than storage in air, and the milling and baking properties of wheat are maintained longer than in air even at high moisture contents. Effect of Ca on fungi and mycotoxin production. Elevated carbon dioxide at levels of 20 to 60% inhibits fungi and the production of mycotoxins by fungi in stored grain, including T2 toxin, patulin, ochratoxins, penicillic acid, and aflatoxin. Some species of Fusarium, Aspergillus, and Mucor are tolerant to high carbon dioxide levels. Fruits and vegetable storage under Ca. The storability of fruits and vegetables is strictly related to their respiration rate, which is an expression of metabolic activity. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen and results in carbon dioxide and heat release. More than 95% of the energy released is lost as heat. The temperature decrease, in particular if helped by modification of the atmosphere, leads to a reduction in respiration rate and therefore to an increase in storage life in fruits with climacteric respiration. Selection of the most suitable atmosphere depends on cultivars, stage of maturity, environmental and cultivation parameters. No one atmosphere is best for all produce. Specific recommendations and cautions must be determined for each crop over the range of storage temperature and periods. Atmospheric condition. The reduction of oxygen level inside the storage rooms can be biologically achieved by means of fruit respiration, or by carbon dioxide burning, or by replacing air by feeding nitrogen. In the first case, the reduction in oxygen down to a steady state level takes place within 15 to 25 days, with a slow and progressive decrease thereof. When a non-biological system is used, oxygen can be reduced to levels of 6 to 8% within 24 hours, and the subsequent lowering to the desired levels for storage can take place via respiration. Fast cooling, in order to enable the storage room to be rapidly scaled, is only possible by hydrocooling. The fastest reduction in oxygen level in the atmosphere is obtained by using nitrogen generators or by feeding liquid nitrogen. Lowering oxygen down to steady state controlled atmosphere levels by means of non-biological techniques is a disadvantage from a financial standpoint due to the high consumption of fuel or of nitrogen. Ca storage rooms. A gas-tight room is an obvious prerequisite for achieving a good controlled atmosphere. Thus, it is necessary to make room walls gas-tight. In order to ensure that the walls were gas-tight to Ca storage, they were lined with sheets of galvanized steel. The following figures are an example of the gas-tight storage. Doors may be mounted on a sliding rail as pictured to the left, or they may be mounted to open vertically on overhead rails as pictured to the right. The bottom and tops of the steel sheets were embedded in a mastic, a kind of mortar composed of finely ground limestone, sand, litharage and linseed oil, and where sheets abutted on the walls and ceiling, a coating of mastic was also applied. Modern controlled atmosphere stores are made from metal-faced insulated panels, usually polyurethane foam, which are fitted together with gas-tight patented locking devices. The joints between panels are usually taped with gas-tight tape or painted with flexible plastic paint to ensure that they are gas-tight. Major areas of the store where leaks can occur are the doors, having rubber gaskets around the perimeter or frame so that when the door is closed, the two meet to seal the door, usually seals this. Sealed CA rooms go through many pressure changes during the storage season. There is a danger of damaging the walls or ceiling of the rooms if proper measures are not taken to absorb the pressure changes. Pressure or vacuum relief valve is a simple solution to the problem. This valve can be mounted externally to a pipe penetrating one wall of the room. The pressure release valve is pictured to the left and expansion bag is pictured to the right. Alternatively, an expansion bag may be fitted to the store to overcome this problem of pressure differences. If the store volume increases, then this will automatically further inflate the bag, and when the pressure in the store is reduced, then the air will flow from the bag. The inlet of the expansion bag should be situated before the cooling coils of the refrigeration unit in order to ensure that the gas from the expansion bag is cooled. Gas control. The atmosphere in a modern CA store is constantly analyzed for carbon dioxide and oxygen levels using an infrared gas analyzer to measure the gas content in the store constantly. These need to be calibrated with mixtures of known volume of gases. The following figures show the carbon dioxide and ethylene analyzers which are commonly used in CA rooms. These are portable dual gas analyzers. Ethylene analyzers continuously measure ethylene concentration in the store. In storage rooms where low ethylene is essential, checks can be made that the ventilation and ethylene removal systems are operating correctly. The minimum resolution of 0.2 ppm makes this instrument very useful for most products, and for the ultra ethylene sensitive products such as kiwi fruit, a reading on this machine will indicate severe storage atmosphere problems. There are many gas control systems in CA rooms. Carbon dioxide and oxygen sensors are located in stored atmosphere and send a low voltage signal back to the controller, which may be mounted outside the store. This eliminates the need for sample tubing or pumps and gives continuous real-time readings. The following figures show the gas control systems. Two miniature display controllers, one for each oxygen and carbon dioxide, make up the CA store controller. It features the following control functions. Control output for store ventilation when oxygen is low. Control output for nitrogen purge when oxygen is high, or if selected, when carbon dioxide is high. Controlled output for scrubbers when carbon dioxide is high, and an optional control output for adding carbon dioxide when it is low. Looking at the scrubbers used, the composition of the gas mixture inside the storage rooms undergoes continuous change as a function of the metabolic activity of the stored product, and scrubbers are necessary to absorb excess carbon dioxide. These are generally classified according to the absorbent material: calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, water, zeolites, and activated charcoals. They are classified according to the mode of absorption or to the mode of air passage through the absorbing agent. This is a picture of a scrubber. Here the unit consists of an activated carbon filter chamber, a low pressure ventilator, an air transport system, a control unit, and a buffer or lug system. Scrubbers are used advanced electronic PLC control and a panel mounted carbon dioxide analyzer to constantly monitor the status of the carbon beds. CA transport. A large and increasing amount of fresh fruits and vegetables is transported by sea freight containers. Controlling the levels of some of the gases in refereed containers has been to increase the marketable life of the fresh produce. CA containers have some mechanism for measuring the changes in gases and adjusting them to a preset level. A prerequisite for any successful CA transport device is a highly leak-proof container. The containers use ventilation to control oxygen levels and a patented molecular sieve to control carbon dioxide. To conclude, controlled atmosphere storage has been shown to be a technology that can contribute to these consumer requirements, in that in certain circumstances with certain varieties of crop and appropriate treatment, the marketable life can be greatly extended. An enormous amount of interest and research has been reported on CA storage and modified packaging of fruit and vegetables to prolong their availability and retain their quality for longer. Thank you.